Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a 2B t-shirt and a very expensive pair of reading glasses from the Dollar Tree. My favorite person to look at has so many videos for us to react to. We are going to react to her video called Before Working at a Pet Store. So at this time in Tyler Spaghetti's life, she's working at PetSmart. Okay? This is her second job ever, and she is going to tell us things we need to know before working at the store. Let's see what she has to say. Can't wait.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tyler, and today we're back with sort of an advice video. I don't know what you would call it, not a story time, which is basically my whole channel. But here are some things that you should know before you work at a pet store. Because I work at a pet store.
You know, she's done that. Okay, if we played a drinking game every time she goes, I work at a pet store, and then pans the camera down to her PetSmart logo, you would die of alcohol poisoning. Like, she needs to stop. And like, seriously, I can't wait until we move on, because like her videos change. Remember when we first started reacting to her, all of her videos were like near a swamp or something like that, or near like a construction site outside. Then we moved into her car, and so after her car videos, it's gonna move into, I guess, her bedroom. I can't wait for that, because I'm sick of this bullshit already. Like, it took how many seconds for her to annoy me? 21 seconds, and I'm already complaining. And I bet you in this video, she's going to go, I work at a pet store, and, frame down to, point the camera at her PetSmart logo. I'm going to guess she's going to do it three more times. Okay, let's see if I'm right.
Or I work at a pet store, If you're new here, I work at a pet store. It's fun. It's dope. I have a whole series of crazy customer videos if you want to watch that, and if you want to like have reasons why you shouldn't work at a pet store, they're there. They exist. You can go watch them. But here are some tips. Not tips, but just things that you should know before you actually work at a pet store. So, hi, I'm assuming that you want to work with the animals. If you don't, this stuff is not, like, if you want to be a cashier or a stalker, like, this is not going to really apply to you at all. First tip, if you want to be an animal care person, like, full-time, it's not gonna happen. One, you're not gonna be full-time, at least not at my store. Like, the only people that are full-time are managers. You literally can't get full-time if you tried. Like, you literally can't. But if you do want to work with the animals, it's also going to be hard for you.
Wait, so you're telling me that PetSmart is a part-time job? The reason why it's part-time, because it's usually it's a job for people who are going to college usually, or this is someone's second job. No one works full-time at a pet store. I mean, of course, unless you're the manager. So that goes without saying. I think that's common sense. Oh, and since the last time we reacted to her video, she's gained 3 subscribers. Just saying.
Like, even part-time, because everybody wants to do it. Everybody. Like, unless there's a random opening for pet care, which usually is going to get snatched up by a cashier, because the cashiers, they don't want to be cashiers. They want to be in pet care. So you're most likely going to be hired, and you're going to be put on cashier, and maybe like very little time in pet care. I got very lucky because they actually needed somebody in pet care, and nobody wanted to do it that was cashiering. So I took it, and I'm
Oh, wait. So I guess that means that they actually like cashiering. Yeah, some people really enjoy being a cashier because it's easy. It's actually really easy. But you do have to stand, but it's really easy. It's whatever.
literally in pet care the entire time. Like, the only time I have to be cashier is if somebody goes to lunch or if they need backup, which is you're gonna have to know how to use a register. Just saying, like, my ideal world, there would be no cashiering at all, but it happens. Like, you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to deal with it. But also, next thingy thing, I don't know, is that 2 or 3? I don't know. I'm not counting because I can't do that.
She did fail ninth grade. That explains a lot.
But if you care about animals, your heart is going to be broken into pieces all the time. Either by seeing animals mistreated in the workplace or when you sell an animal and you know it's going to die. That's going to happen. It's gonna happen all the time. And this is gonna be a little rant because I actually had somebody in my comments telling me that I don't have morals because I work at a pet store.
No. You don't have morals because you're gender fluid, non-binary, and have a girlfriend.
Y'all, I have animals, okay? I would give my life for them to be happy.
You're
Okay?
stupid.
Like, I love them to death. Um so it's really like hard to see all these stuff that's like, if you work at a pet store, you hate animals. Girl, I do my best. I do my best. I know how to take care of the animals. If I'm selling an animal to somebody, I make sure they know how to take care of it. But you can't deny an animal sale unless like it's literally going to die in 2 weeks. That's the thing that like my old manager said, like, if the animal's not going to die in 2 weeks, which is our guarantee, we have a 14-day guarantee on animals. If the animal's not going to die in 14 days, we have to sell it.
And that's how you create a PetSmart serial killer. Think about it.
Which is horrible because I see so many animals go home and it's like they're gonna die in probably like less than a year, and there's nothing you can do because you just can't do anything. Like, I'm sorry, you're gonna get fired if you do something. So that's, the thing. You're gonna see animals die, you're gonna see animals get sick, you're going to have to deal with sick animals. You're going to have to deal with bugs because usually there's only one person working in pet care. So if somebody needs crickets, you're gonna have to do it. If somebody needs fish, you're gonna have to catch them. Even if they want 50 different fish, you're gonna have to catch them. So if you aren't incredibly patient, it's gonna be an issue. If you don't want to handle a lizard, if you can't pick up a lizard, you can't do it.
Oh God. You know what she's saying, at first you're probably thinking, well, duh. I worked at a dog place, and I'm not making this up. So this woman applied. It was a cage-free doggy daycare called Urban Dog. Okay, and this Mexican woman, and I'm only saying that because I have to describe her. In her early 20s, was applying for a job, and she's like, "Can I get a job here?" And I'm like, "Well, have you worked at a place like this? Have you worked at a doggy daycare before?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, and so I explained to her every detail about what the job entails. And the main part of the job is you have to interact with a lot of dogs because they're in a pen and they're walking around, and then you walk around with them, and they're gonna, about five or six are gonna follow you the whole time, and the rest are gonna ignore you. So at any given time, you're gonna have like five or six dogs, like literally right beside you, because that's just how dogs are. And she goes, "Yeah, like I understand." And I just gave her the details, and like you've had a dog before, just stupid questions, but she understood, and it's the kind of job where like you don't need experience, you just need to know some basics. Anyway, turns out she was afraid of dogs. So I I guess some people really need to hear, if you're going to work at a pet store, you're going to have to touch the pets. And you would think that's something you wouldn't have to say to someone, but yeah. So I mean, like she wasn't afraid of dogs, but she was afraid of large groups of dogs. So like it was just too much for her. But yeah. So it is what it is.
Like, I'm sorry if you can't pick up a snake. Listen, snakes, they don't sell as often as like hamsters or fish or lizards. So if you don't want to handle a snake, like, I assume you could get a manager to do it. But like, if you are scared of any animal, if you're scared of jumpy, fast lizards, if you're scared of snakes, because you're gonna have to feed the snakes. If you can't feed a snake, somebody else is gonna have to do it. But you should be open to doing these things. Like, if you can't pick up a dead fish, if you don't know how to take care of a certain type of fish, like, hey, tell me, how do you take care of neon tetras? How many do you need? In what size tank? What fish can...
Everything she is saying, she's trying to sound like she hosts her own show on Animal Planet. Even back then, because this is like 4 years old, if you don't know how to take care of whatever, you can just look it up on the internet, like whatever, beta fish, like whatever. Type up beta fish, and there are millions of websites dedicated to beta fish. Or, just there's just so many articles that you can access for free about how to take care. You can go to Wikifish. So I'm just saying, like, it's not hard to take care of these animals, because the information especially if you have a phone, the information is right there in your hand. So if there's if you have a question about it, it's right. So you're like, the problem is, it's like these people learn this information and they think they're like these animal experts. The only thing you did was read a pamphlet. Calm down.
Can't you keep them with if you have less than 6? Like, if you can't do that, you need to learn. You're gonna have to learn about specific types of fish. You are going to have to learn about specific types of birds, hamsters, because girl, hamsters are not the same. Chinese dwarfs and winter whites, they are very different.
Look at that smug bitch. She thinks she's better than you because she knows the difference between Chinese dwarfs and all whites.
Syrians are different from literally every freaking hamster. You gotta research all these animals, and it's like, okay, they should, when I say they, I mean like the store should provide like some type of education. They don't. You're going to have to go home and pretty much work off the clock and learn about every single animal that you sell, or else you're gonna sell these animals and they're gonna die because you didn't tell the person how to take care of it. So
that's not that
yeah,
hard.
I mean, the thing that I see a lot is people are like, oh, working at a Sorry, a pet store is easy. Please don't park next to me. Of course you are.
It is easy. It's easy. Okay, in terms of life, things that are easy are things that you want to do. Things that are easy are things that are just comes easy to you because you have natural ability or affinity for it. Things that are hard are things that you hate doing or things that you don't have the physical ability to do. So if you have a brain and you like to read, then learning about these animals is easy because you enjoy learning new stuff. So if you're a person that just likes to learn, you'll pretty much find anything easy because you're having fun, you know?
And I'm over here talking to myself on the phone. Love that. But they're like, oh, it's easy. Like, you just sell an animal. It's so much more than that. You have to go into detail about literally everything for the animal. Like, how big of a tank do they need? How many can you keep together? Should they be together? What do they eat? What's a good treat? Can they eat corn? Probably not. Like, you gotta know that stuff. Especially with, I wish people would not stare at me in their cars. Like, it's so weird. Like, please just let me talk to myself.
Well, you have a shit hair color and you're talking to yourself. So, of course, people are staring at you, and plus, you look weird. You're my favorite person to look at for a reason. Okay? People are going to stare at a person like you. If you don't want to get stared at, my advice is have your natural blonde hair because it looks normal. Get rid of this shit lib stuff. Ugh.
In peace. But especially with lizards, because nobody, like, knows that stuff. And I'm sorry, but I have 3. So, like, I know my crap about lizards.
Oh my god, you're like an expert.
And it's like, oh, you can put a chameleon in a 20-gallon tank. What is wrong with you? No, like, seriously, what is wrong with you? And then, like, selling a ball python.
Wait. I've seen chameleons in 10-gallon tanks. Whatever.
That's gonna go in a 10-gallon tank. You have to know why that's not okay. One,
no one is putting a python in a 10-gallon tank. It can't fit. So what, you're going to tell me you're going to, like, roll? No. No one does that. And I think she's lying about that. There's no way in hell someone's putting a python in a 10-gallon tank because a python can't fit in a 10-gallon tank. Aren't pythons like 8 feet long, like minimum? You can't put that in a 10-gallon tank.
It's not just because of space, it's because you can't get the temperature gradient right. You can't have a heat lamp in a 10-gallon tank and have the proper hot side, cold side. You can't do it. You have to know that. What do you feed them? How often do you feed them? You have to know all that crap. Anyways, that was like a really
Google it.
Long explanation for that one thing, but you get it. Like, how are you gonna sit in your car and just watch me film myself?
Easy. Look at you. Thank you.
Is this entertainment?
Yes.
You should be paying me right now.
No.
Just saying.
And I'm not gonna sub to your OnlyFans. You know, I wonder what content is on her OnlyFans. Like, cause like she has a girlfriend, so is she doing lesbian stuff? She never like said what she actually did on her OnlyFans. Cause right now she has an OnlyFans at this time in her lore. So I wonder what she actually does on there.
You're gonna have to deal with dead animals all the time. All the time. If you can't pick up a dead animal without crying, you're gonna have a rough time. Oh my god, dude. Sorry, my wrist is literally about to dislocate right now. If you cannot clean shit off the floor, literal shit, because people, you know, they let their dogs pee everywhere, They let their dogs poop everywhere. You have to clean it up. But there's no janitor. If there's a mess in the bathroom, you have to clean it up. There is no janitor. There's nobody that's gonna do it for you. Oh my god, there was this person that took a shit on the bathroom floor. How do you do that? This is a small...
Oh, I almost fainted. Welcome to Florida. He probably live streamed it too.
pet store. This is not like some giant mall type situation. Or are you just gonna shit on the floor? Because then I have to clean it. I didn't clean it. I don't know who did, but somebody did. It's dope. Just like awesome things. You're gonna have to deal with people screaming at you for no reason.
No, you do. You're bad with customers. See, a person like her who's told several, I think 4 now, stories about just horrible customer experiences. Remember, the common factor is her. Like, I doubt other people that work there have that many experiences with customers where they're fighting. That's her.
Do you not have this in stock? When are you gonna get it? Can you call another store? No, you can't. No, you just have to be like, I'll get a manager while they're screaming at you. Like, it's so fun. So, yeah, it's really dope working at a pet store. It's just gonna like cost you your entire soul, basically. My worst, please don't look at me. My worst like pet peeve, I want to call it a pet peeve, but I don't like know the word for it. Like, what I hate most about working here,
That's called a pet peeve, you dumbass.
is selling animals to people that don't know shit about them, especially with fish. This guy just bought 2 Oscars from me, like last week.
You get a fish tank. You get a 10-gallon fish tank that's shaped like a trash can. Easy.
And they were going in a 20-gallon tank, and I'm like, you can't do that. And obviously I told him like 1,000 reasons why you can't do that, and he's like, oh, I know a buddy that does it. I'm like, yeah, and your buddy's fish are all gonna die. And then what?
Sell
what?
him the fish,
Then,
bitch.
like, what are you gonna do? You're just fine, you're gonna buy more.
Yeah.
Also, I had this kid, this family. I'm gonna make like a whole thing about it because it's just needed. Hello, ma'am. So he was talking to these fish, talking about the fish to me. He was like, oh, I'm just gonna buy more. Like, I'm just gonna test it out because this fish kept dying. I'm like, these fish are living animals. Like, you can't just get them. You're killing these fish like they are living animals. And he's like, I don't care, they're just fish.
They are just fish. You're not like adopting kids. They're fish. Yeah, get over it.
You want somebody to look at you and like kill you and be like, oh, you're just a kid. Like, that's not okay. You can't just be like, oh, they're just fish. Okay, they're living creatures. Is there somebody in that car that I'm filming? Maybe let's not film them. Suspicious. But that's like my things. It's just, I can't speak. That's like my rant on what you need to know before working at a pet store. Those are obviously the bad things. Maybe I'll make a good video. Although there's not many good things.
You know, there's not many good things because it's you. You know, from my experience from working with pets, the hardest part is people that work at pet stores or with animals, just the animal industry. They work with animals because they're not good with people. I have interviewed hundreds of people throughout the years working at these different pet locations. And the most common thing is Well, I'm working here because I don't like people. It's not because they love pets, it's because they hate people. So it's people working at a place because they hate people. So you're going to interact with weird people. At pet stores, you're going to work with lots of women that are married, but they have this job because they're avoiding their husband because their husband drinks a lot or their husband's mean or they just want to get away from their kids and family. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of people who work there who are working with animals because their last job was just so stressful that they just wanted something that just didn't involve people. Like they're just like no one is actually working with pets because they like pets. It's like something else happened and they're like, okay, I just need to de-stress, come here and just interact with animals. And so you're gonna be working with lots of people that just aren't good with people. You're gonna be working with lots of people that are just tired of people. It's just my advice for when you work at a pet store, just work there. Don't try to make friends. And remember, people you work with aren't your friends anyway. But just, work. Because if you're normal and you're just working because you want to work, or you're actually working because you like the animals, you're not going to get along with the people that hate people or people who are trying to get away from something. Okay? Also, uh, you're going to work with a lot of people who think they are experts. I'm talking these people think they should have their own TV show on Animal Planet. So you're going to be working with a lot of pompous ass people. They're going to be dropping facts about this animal, facts about this animal, that animal, whatever. And like you're going to be like, "Oh, I guess I should be impressed, but I'm not cuz I don't care." You have to deal with a lot of that. A lot of the customers, you're going to have to hear a lot of stories about people, lonely people, who are going to talk to you about their pet like it's their child or it's their boyfriend or wife, whatever. And you're going to have to pretend it's normal. You're going to hear a lot of that. A lot of that. And also, when you're selling a pet, the person will let you know if they don't know what they're doing. Like they'll tell you and go like, "What do I need for this?" And just like the fish for example. Usually when someone comes in and buys a fancy fish, that person knows what they're doing. Like like your first fish is never a $30 fish. It's always a basic fish, right? So you don't really have to question people. I know like the store wants you to question, but you don't have to question people. Like and it's with any animal, dogs, whatever, cats, whatever, fish, whatever, mice, whatever. If the person really doesn't know, they will have dozens of questions. Sometimes they'll have a piece of paper with the questions. Okay, and if a person is an expert, you can tell too because they'll say stuff you don't know. Okay, so like keep it as simple as possible. And the easiest thing to do is just go, "Do you have any questions about the animal?" And if they go no, then just let it go. That's all you got to do. Because that will start something and that's why she has all these problems. But anyway, what else does she have to say?
There's just not. I wish that there was, but there's just not. Um, but you gotta do what you gotta do if you gotta go to work to make money so that you can survive.
Is that why you do OnlyFans?
That's what you gotta do. Uh, capitalism. Um, yeah. Not for everybody. It's really not. I'm not gonna lie and be like, yeah, everybody should work. No, 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 it's not. No. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all next Tuesday or next Wednesday, whenever it is. I don't know. anymore. I just don't know. But I'll see you eventually, one day, next week. Okay, bye.
Have a good Tuesday. Have a good Wednesday. Have a good Thursday. Have a good Friday. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. I'm saying her outro because she didn't say it. Anyway, I've said enough. You guys have a good one. Peace.